right here to protect my cub. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
42-yard line.
Bridgewater on first down. He's going to look deep for more. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Good. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play fake. Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
To the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3 and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be second down.
10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Trenton Cannon, his first carry of the ball game. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And less than a yard.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A.J. Green. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Panthers 14. Cardinals nothing.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. Are in. Touchdown.
Arizona.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. That
catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On second down, McCaffrey. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's
a free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another
catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Panthers 14, Cardinals 7.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Christian McCaffrey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. brings
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Taken down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face. That's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Panthers 28.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Hassan Reddick gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively. It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this? Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over. Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Brought down at the 31.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout. By the wide receiver. 7 seconds left in the first half. Chandler Jones. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On play action, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Drake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
7-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
22.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Yeah, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
2nd and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season. 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
Andy Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
13 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
1st down, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. It's complete to Drake. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Murray again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Cardinals 30.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier. He's brought down.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 4.
41. Cardinals 30.
Here's Bridgewater. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
On the handoff.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
By the Cardinals.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23
Right
yards.
after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Murray now on first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59. Let's put him on the bus.
Bridgewater now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th
From a
down.
defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this time, Murray to throw it. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Thomas has got it, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Check, 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 check. Come back, come back. Check, check. 154.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 93 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Good. Makes the score Panthers 44. Cardinals.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Now Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return is Peterson. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw is Murray. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Panthers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They picking snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, out the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you could rate where there ain't no love.
Where do I go? When I'm alone, now on the phone, when I'm on my own. They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Jesus in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking what type of knowledge don't sink in. Life gives you lemons and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name.